This week, 567 new stalls were installed throughout the United States and Canada, bringing the total stall count to 76,708. IONNA opened 3 stations, Ready opened 7, BP Pulse opened 1, Flow opened 7, Pilot Flying J opened 6, Tesla opened 18, ChargePoint opened 16, EVgo opened 5, EVconnect opened 6, Rivian Adventure Network opened 2, and Francis opened 1. Let's get into the data. First, IONNA, they are having really good back-to-back weeks, and it seems as though they're on a trend of an opening spree as they push towards the end of the year. We notice a couple of stations that have only 6 stalls, though, one of which is pictured here in Massachusetts, and one 8-stall station in Largo, Florida. Here's Ready. I couldn't find any pictures. I was looking at the one in Utah and all over. I couldn't see anything that had pictures out there. In fact, a lot of these, there's not even pips, like Jacksonville, there's not even a pip there yet. So, but still very impressive progress. They are basically doing twice as much as IONNA as far as station count, not stall count, obviously. Their stall count is smaller, but they're still doing very impressive work week over week. BP Pulse opened a 12-stall station in El Paso on Interstate 10 at a Petra with a Black Bear Diner. Here's Flow having a very good week, opening multiple stations. Again, they're similar to Red E, where the stall count at their stations is rather small. This is in British Columbia station. You can see it has a level 2 stall as well. Pilot Flying J had a banner week. They opened their very large 8-stall station pictured here in Elkton, Maryland on Interstate 95. Another higher stall count station in Yuma, Arizona, 6 stalls. And then 4 4-stall stations, one in Nevada and Piedmont, South Carolina. So doing very well here. Actually, the Piedmont, South Carolina is an older one. Actually, what is Tom's Brook, Virginia, 1023? So these ones seem to be new entries. I'm going to have to dig into that. So 4 for sure, and then these other 2. I just noticed this now, that these 2 have open dates pretty far back. Maybe they were just doing some clerical cleanup, because the count does seem correct as far as I can tell. Here's Tesla. Going to drop my video. Some things to call out here that I got pictures of. The very popular Kenley truck stop on Interstate 95, 16 stalls with a canopy. And this 39 stall in West Palm Beach at College Plaza, I have a picture of. It's ridiculous. They kind of stretch off into the horizon. It's just like way off in the distance. Going to pause here for a second. Here's the pictures I was talking about. Look at how far those superchargers stretch off into the distance. I mean, just ridiculous. Very, very impressive work by the Tesla Supercharger team. And this is the Kenley, North Carolina, Kenley truck stop location. That's very popular. ChargePoint, having a relatively good week, as they so commonly do. In-N-Out Burger with 4 stalls in Longmont, Colorado. Couldn't find pictures of it. EVgo also had a very good week. This 12-stall station in Bakersfield, California. I don't have a picture of this yet, but I do have a picture of this one in Troy, Ohio. It's at a Myers, or Mayors, I think is how it's pronounced. And if you look, these are EVgo Extend. So Mayer partnered with EVgo, similar to how Pilot Flying J is partnering with EVgo to get DC fast chargers on their property. So we're starting to see the EVgo Extend program start to grow. There's another one up here in Westchester, Ohio as well. 4 stalls. Here's EVconnect, and this Tom's Truck Center was previously in the database. I'm not quite sure why it's showing up again, and you see the open date is way in the past. It must have been pulled out and put back in or something. I'm not sure, but see, we could just ignore that. But we do see 2 Enelix or Excel Energy, not Enelix, but Excel Energy in Minnesota, coming on with 2 stalls. And this is the one in McGee, Mississippi, now open. It's showing here still with the wrapping on the cables, but it is now open. Rivian had one yesterday, and this morning I woke up to another one. Waco, Texas, and Brewer, Maine. both now open, both 6 stalls. Francis had 1 station open in Mercer, Pennsylvania, 4 stalls at a Shell. I like their top cap because it shows status and whatnot. It's pretty cool looking, and nice big screens too. Honorable mention, ChargeSmart EV, who is doing great work in the state of New York, had all these stations open on November 18th and 19th. This one pictured here is, I think, the Grand Island, New York one. 10 stations, all of which 8 stalls. Thanks for watching.